Welcome to Travel with SafeWest. I'm your host, Dan Barry, and today we're going to talk about 10 things you should do on a Caribbean cruise. Okay, let's start off with number 10. It's on Grand Turks and Caicos, and this is a dune buggy ride. Most off-road adventures have you sitting in the back seat, but not this one. This one actually puts you in the driver's seat. So grab a co-pilot and ride some dune buggies because this is going to be an adventure of a lifetime. Number 9. This one's called Via Botanica and it's on St. Thomas. You'll drive 2,100 feet up to the top of a mountain and see spectacular, jaw-dropping views of 15 different islands and cays. Behind you is a 220-acre sugarcane farm where you'll get rum tasting and bush tea, which is the local island drink. Number 8. This one's also on St. Thomas and it's called Zipline Park. Swing along the top of the canopies on this zip line, and this unique zip line has a yo-yo feature. The yo-yo feature allows you to swing around, turn backwards and forwards, and it's the only zip line of its kind in the Caribbean. That's why it ranks number 1 on my list, and it should on yours too. Number 7. Have you ever dreamed of racing an America's Cup yacht? Now you can on St. Martin. Hop on board the Stars and Stripes or one of the other ships that they have and race on an America's Cup yacht. So grind a winch, trim a sail, stop a stopwatch, drive the boat, or sit back and relax. This is your opportunity to be on a real America's Cup yacht. Don't miss out on this opportunity on St. Martin. Number 6. A trip to the Caribbean would not be complete unless it included a snorkeling trip with sea turtles. You have to do this when you go to the Caribbean. When you go to Barbados especially, you can swim with hawksbill sea turtles, and that's where you should go, and that's why I recommend this in Barbados. It's great for kids, it's great for families, so make sure you pencil this one in on your next stop in Barbados. Number 5. It wouldn't be a trip to the Caribbean if it didn't include a stop at a rum distillery. And if you go to Martinique, you have to stop at the De Paz Distillery. When you do, make sure you stop and ask for the blue, rare, unique rum that they serve. It's my favorite and it should be yours too, and that's why I recommend it and that's why it's on my list. So make sure you go to the De Paz Distillery on Martinique. Number 4. Grand Cayman has way too many excursions to highlight in just one video. In fact, I'll probably make a video for just Grand Cayman itself. But if you're gonna do one thing on Grand Cayman, it has to be the stingray encounter. On the north shore of Grand Cayman, there's a whole fleet of stingrays where you can stand in the water and you can feed the stingrays by hand. When you do so, it's great for kids, it's great for families. Make sure you put this one on your list. It's on Grand Cayman and it's called the Stingray Encounter. Don't miss it. Number 3, we're in Jamaica now and we're gonna take you to Dunn's River Falls. Dunn's River Falls is one of the most breathtaking views in all of the Caribbean and you have to go there. It's on every Caribbean explorer's bucket list, so you must do this. This one, you can actually climb 600 feet up to the top. It's great for those people who are looking to hike. Take your water shoes because you're gonna get a little bit wet. But if you don't want to do it, if you just want to stay at the bottom, there's a white sandy beach at the bottom of the falls, so just enjoy the view. It's worth it for the view alone. Put this one on your list. It's the thing you need to do. Number 2, there are literally hundreds of beaches all over the Caribbean and people will argue about which one's the best beach. But you are on a cruise ship. So the best beach for you is the private one that the cruise ship has because it's private and it's not public. So you don't have any of the other people around. This is your opportunity to have a beach day. So circle this one on your calendar and tell your kids that's the one that they're gonna play on the beach because it's safe and it's an opportunity for you to just sit back and relax while the kids go play in the water. Or if you're not interested in getting sandy and wet, spend a day in one of the cabanas and have a drink the entire time, or just sunbathe. Whatever you choose to do, get off the ship that day and spend some time in the sun. You'll enjoy it. This is exactly what you want to do on a cruise, so make sure you have some fun that day. Sit back, relax. This is the day for the beach. All right, we are already at number 1. And number 1 is actually a recommendation that I'm going to give you personally. The best thing to do on a cruise ship in the Caribbean is actually on the cruise ship itself. Late at night, after most of the guests have retired, you should head to the stern of the ship. No, don't throw the heart of the ocean into the back of the ship. I'll kill you for that. What I'm going to ask you to do is to find a secluded place, put a recliner into the full back position, and lay down and look straight up into the sky. When you do, you're going to see that the stars are sparkling like diamonds. It's one of the most beautiful views you'll ever see. I grew up in Alaska. The Alaska view is very, very impressive, and the Aurora Borealis is very, very impressive as well. But the Caribbean view is also impressive, and the stars that you see in the Caribbean are just amazing. So don't miss out on this opportunity to see the stars and the Milky Way in a really impressive way. And this is something you should definitely do in the Caribbean because it's warm. You can wear a sarong or just a little sweater because it'll be a little bit cool while you're out at sea, but at least it's warm enough so that you can enjoy it. And definitely something you should do in the Caribbean on a cruise ship. So that's my number one recommendation for a cruise ship, because that's why you're there, is to relax and find a place for yourself to be centered. But if that's not your thing, you'll find your center place. Enjoy being on a cruise ship, whether it's finding yourself in a waterfall, a secluded waterfall, finding yourself on a beach, or finding yourself just having fun with your family. The whole idea of being on vacation is to find yourself centered. And that's what you can do on a cruise ship. Unpack once and enjoy the rest of your trip. So join me next time as we travel through cruises. Thank you for watching. I'm Dan Barry. I'm your host of Travel with SafeWest. Join me next week on our next video, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for watching.